Hey guys, Ed here. Today we have this 2015 Nissan Sentra. In this video I'd like to show you pretty much basic maintenance you should know about fluids in this car. So let's get into this. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna pop the hood. And put the stand. So in order to check our liquids, we will have to get some kind of napkin or a rag or anything. And let's start with the engine oil. So here we have engine oil dipstick. When do we check oil? We check oil when the engine is cold. Okay, if the engine is hot, we don't check oil. We check when it's cold. So first thing in the morning when you get to the car, just get to the dipstick, take it out and dry it off with the napkin. Okay, so make sure it's dry. Over here you have notches, low, high, so you want to have your oil somewhere in between. Let's get it out and see. Okay, so at this point the level is still here till almost second notch, which is good level. It's no problem. The condition of oil, as you can see, it's like Coca-Cola color. It should be more like lighter than apple juice. Okay, so this oil should be changed sometime. Well, it's good for like another 1,000 miles, but then it should be changed. Next thing, coolant. Okay, here we have coolant reservoir. If you need to add some coolant, you add it through here. And over there on the side you could actually see min and max. It's very deep inside, but you should see min and max signs. That's where the coolant level should be. It should be in between. Be careful, don't ever open or work on coolant system if the car is hot. If it's hot, you're gonna open this thing, the radiator cap, and it's gonna just blow boiling water or antifreeze in your face, so you don't want to have that. So be careful about this. Usually it runs on antifreeze. Just check which color antifreeze you use. Pretty much you can use the same one. Your owner's manual should say which one you should run on, but in extreme situations you can run on water. Okay, because running on water still is better than running without any antifreeze, because the car is gonna get too hot and the engine will seize, and that's a lot of money. Next thing, so make sure you check it when it's cold. Okay, when the car is cold. Next thing, windshield washer fluid. This thing you can check whatever you want. Whenever you're driving, you are asking for the water, the car doesn't give you water, it means most likely that you are out of the water. So just go get yourself windshield washer fluid, open it up, pour it in till the end, as much as you can get to it. Don't worry, you're not gonna ruin nothing if you spill some over. Close it, use it, very simple. Brake fluid, right here, if you wiggle it, the tube, you should see that well, over here we have minimum sign and here we have maximum sign, so the level should be around here. To check, we can also open the cap. There's a filter which makes sure there's no debris inside. Okay, and this car, it should actually say, uses DOT3 brake fluid. Note that the brake fluid doesn't evaporate. It means if you're lower than it should be, it means you're leaking somewhere. Okay, and that's dangerous. You have to make sure, you know, because you might lose brakes, so that's something to keep in mind. This car doesn't have a power steering fluid because it runs on electric power steering pump, and this car doesn't have a transmission dipstick, so you can't check transmission level or condition. So dealer can, and mechanics they can do it, but it's not user friendly for regular customer. Okay, next thing is freon. Also, this thing shouldn't be done by let's say if you're not into cars and you don't really know how to do maintenance on AC and stuff, you shouldn't be doing this, because the thing is under pressure and you know, injuries may cure, and or you might damage something. So about everything about AC should be done by a professional, well, mechanic. That's it. That's pretty much all fluids you have here, and that's to check intervals and how often you should change. If your oils, you have to check your owner's manual, because I don't want to lie to you. The thing is, with oil change, it depends how you drive. It can say 5 to 10,000 miles if you use synthetic, but it all depends on how you drive and where you drive and how you treat your car. So 4,000 miles on regular oil change, I would say, is good. So guys, I hope this helps. If it does, please press like button and have a great day. If you have any questions, please write them down. I'll answer them. And yeah, that's it. Bye.